Hello, Pipoka here. This video will be a quick review on the new exotic hunter class item with the Spirit of Caliban and the Spirit of Synthoceps. I will be running Kvastov, Emperor's Courtesy, and the Slammer Adept for movement and damage. This is what I'm running in my subclass. I will be showing one run with Threaded Spike and one with Combination Blow. These are my mods for this build. And this is the fashion for this build. I am going to be running the Hydroponics Delta Lost Sector on Neomuna. This Lost Sector's difficulty is slightly harder than that of a normal mode raid, a little over -5, I think it's -10 or 15 with a little bit of DR in the enemies, so it should be a good test of how strong or not strong this new exotic is. So the way this works is you get close to the enemies to try to proc Synthoceps damage boost, and then throw out your Thread Spike, get as many kills as you can, blow everything up, and you just get it right back. And of course, since it's an ability, it gives you your Gunpowder Gamble back, and you get tons and tons of ignitions that are boosted in range due to Fragment on Prismatic subclass, and the whole arena will just become explosion. All the explosions that proc Scorch are also going to make you visible due to Stylish Executioner, and if you melee outside, well, if you melee right inside of a Stylish Executioner, it will increase the damage of said melee and make the enemy weakened and make you invisible again. The Spirit of Caliban and Synthoceps also buffs your grapple melee, which is, you'd expect it to, but I thought I'd say it anyways. If you don't get your full return on your melee, Facet of Dawn gives you Radiant, which will proc Facet of Hope, which will give you your class ability back faster, so you can regenerate your melee quicker with Gambler's Dodge. So you're going to sit over here invisible, throw out a Thread Spike, and make the world go boom. And while you may be thinking, oh, I want Liar's Handshake in Caliban, so you can get a more consistent damage buff on your melee, yes, that is a fantastic option. If you get it, you should use it. The Liar's Handshake does not stack entirely with 1-2 punch, but Synthoceps does, meaning your damage output will be higher with Synthoceps compared to Liar's Handshake. The ignitions give you your light meter, and the severing and darkness kills will give you your light meter. So you should always have Transcendence back on a constant, which is really helpful to not, miss out on a big reason of why Prismatic is so good. For sustainability, the restorative orbs from one of the facets keeps you alive pretty well. so you never really have to worry about health. Alright,
This is more exhausting than it used to be. Like drawing water from a well instead of a tap. Did losing the Traveler take something vital away from me? Or am I still just sad?
so now we are going to show what this build does, more specifically, what this class item does to the combination blow build for hunters. Now, I personally dislike combination blow because, sure, it's powerful. It kills majors, it kills ads, it's great, but the combo gets quite boring after a while, and in some activities, you don't want to get that close. So that's why I prefer the Inspector for most activities. But seeing as a lot of people are going to be using this for this purpose, here it is. You don't really need to get the double punch on liars when you have Synthoceps active, so it makes it a little bit more efficient. That increased shatter damage and the increased size of both the shatter and the ignition. Now you could run this with Red Spectre as well if you want to do something a little bit different. The increased radius on ignitions with the fragment is deceptively large. If it goes from a certain distance, you won't even see damage numbers. They just die, which is really fun. Every kill is going to spawn an orb, and that orb is going to give you your armor charge for special ammo finishers, and it's going to give you 5 seconds of restoration, or woven mail, or frost armor, depending on what you prefer. Now, running combination blow like this doesn't really fill your darkness meter that much, even though you are slowing and then killing slowed enemies. So you're not going to get Transcendence often, unless you're using a darkness weapon like the Call to increase your darkness gain. Of course, you can grapple 1-2 punch with biotic enhancements right there for a double 67,000, because they have not patched that yet, and now you can do it on huntings. So go crazy if you want to do that. Yeah. Because liars only buffs your combo blow. They do not buff your grapple. Grapple is really important for getting into your
Sig,
engagement
we've done
and
another
out.
pass on the downtown hydroponics tower. Cleared all the cabal out.
Again, I was really hoping last time would be, well, the last.
You're
If you're
welcome.
farming for exotic
Sieges are
class
exhausting.
items, I
Thank you,
really,
honestly.
really advise to keep a Spirit of Synthoceps and Spirit of Caliban. It can be used for multiple builds that all absolutely dominate in endgame content. I used a build similar to this with the same setup, just without the exotic cloak, in the minus 25 Salvation's Edge raid day 1, and it worked perfectly. I hope you enjoy this video, and you should share it around to get more people up on this information. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you would be so kind. Goodbye.